Hello everyone, welcome to today's vlog. I'm starting another video before I've even finished my last video, but it's already over an hour and I still have things I'm adding to it. So I don't want it to be too long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start the following week's video. I am getting ready to unload my kiln soon. Her name is Nova. She is currently at 220 degrees. I need her to at least be at 125 for me to feel comfortable to open it and get my pieces out. But if you want to see that kiln unloading, I'm going to be filming that and putting that on last week's video. So that video is already out when you're watching this one. Today, I have some crafts that I want to do. It is a Saturday and it's pretty typical for me to do work on the weekends sometimes because if you don't know me, my name is Lexi. This is your first time here. Hi, hello, welcome. I am a full-time artist, which pretty much for me means that I just do my hobby full-time, which is absolutely amazing. So grateful for the life that I live. It also means that I am quote unquote working quite frequently. It's not very often that I have a day off or a full day off because I just like to kind of do stuff all the time. So sometimes it takes a toll, but not today. I'm very excited. That's why I don't want to chill. I want to actually have some fun. In last week's video, you probably saw me pin all of these moths. I am currently going to be gluing them into the frames. I also am working on these cute little tins that I'm going to be doing junk journaling supplies for. This one is stars, and then I have a house theme, and I just designed these two stickers for them that are going to go on the top of the tin, and then my washi tape is coming in sometime probably next week. I don't even know if these will be finished in this vlog because is it focusing? I can't tell. I think it's trying to focus on my face. I have no idea. Oh well, you get the gist. So I'm going to be putting those in cellophane wrap. I also have to put washi tape in there, so I'm just going to be doing this now because I don't have the washi tape or the stickers that go on the top. Those are probably going to take me a couple weeks to finish just because of everything that's in production and still on its way. So for today though, I'm going to be putting them in the cellophane baggies. We're going to be gluing these moths, and I think that's it for today besides unloading my kiln, but again, that's going to be in last week's video. Let's get to work. Finished my lunch. I just finished my kiln unload for last week's video, which was honestly not as exciting as I was like hoping for it to be. I'm gonna set you right here because I am about to run to Michael's. I placed an order for some more frames for my leaf bugs, mantises, things like that I was already talking about. But first, it is a second coffee kind of Saturday. So I'm gonna have a little treat, which is a second coffee, and then we're gonna run some errands. However, because I was using the emergency heat, because we don't have any heat in our house, but I was using the emergency heat, which is more expensive and more intense. Long story short, it blew a fuse in our AC, so we don't have AC or heat now. So my father-in-law is coming over to help my husband fix all of that stuff out. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be filming once I get back. We shall see what I get up to. But I'm going to make a second coffee, and then we're going to run out of here, grab those frames, and I'm going to pin some of my leaf bugs and mantises in frames, which typically I put them in resin molds. They look like this, but I'm trying something different. I think framed things will be nice. I also got a couple for myself because, like I said in I think it was a couple videos ago, when I redid my studio, I want to do my big giant wall. I want to slowly but surely collect my own entomological pieces and build up my own personal collection, because I sell everything that I get, and I think it's about time that I start building up my own personal collection. So I got some frames for that as well. So I'm going to frame the ones that I want to keep and then mount them on my wall. So first off, second coffee. I officially secured the goods. I did forget one frame, so I also got that. However, they were 50% off online and it was full price in store. And I was too shy to ask for the 50% off, and so I just paid for the full price of the frame. I'm not happy with my choice, but I have accepted it. But secured the goods nonetheless. Well, fam, I'm sick again. I don't know how, but I really don't feel good at all. So I'm gonna eat my orange. It's Monday. I have so much drainage and itchy, dry throat, which in my opinion is the worst part of any sickness, is the throat. I just spilled my water on me. Kind of a mess, if you can't tell. I just recovered from being sick for 3 weeks, only 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2026 is a rough start, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, gonna rest up, and I will update you all if and when I'm feeling better.
Don't worry, Mr. Byers, I got you a present too. I know you're allergic to jazz, but just give it a whirl. I think you'll find it quite engaging. And for the station manager, a reason for my visit.
Hello. I'm currently in my bedroom because my husband's on a meeting. How am I sick this quickly after only 2 weeks of recovering from a 3-week sickness? It beats me. My husband came home from a little work travel sick, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get it because I was just sick. Here we are, sick as frick. I still enjoy my crispy coffee though. I rested all day Sunday and Monday. It is now Tuesday, and I feel like my energy is somewhat returning, so I'm gonna try and do as much as I possibly can today. It's already 12:30. I'm moving very, very slowly, just trying to do my best, honestly. I'm really just trying to do my best. My main thing I need to do is hand build ceramics, but I do not have the energy to be standing all day folded over sculpting, so I don't think I'm gonna get to that. I might honestly have to just save it for towards the end of the week once my energy is a little bit better. Maybe Thursday or Friday. But for now, I'm going to hang up the entomological pieces that I made for myself, and I'm going to put the junk journaling transparent paper printouts in the cellophane baggies, and I need to check where my washi tape shipment is along with the labels for them. I think that's literally all I'm gonna do today. And then I'm gonna sit on my couch, and I found this new game for my Nintendo. It's called Good Pizza, Great Pizza. And you basically just own a pizzeria and make a bunch of pizzas, and it's been so therapeutic and lovely. So I'm probably gonna play that. But yeah, cheers to getting all the sicknesses over with so that I can have a healthy year. Honestly, that's what I'm telling myself. I'm just getting all of the sicknesses over with so that 2026 can just be a happy, healthy year. Trying to stay positive, because every time that I let myself just feel my anger, I am very, very angry about being sick again after just recovering. So I'm gonna try and stay positive, get what I can done, and you're coming with me. It is 1,000,000% a second coffee kind of day. So I'm gonna make myself another coffee. Don't worry, I'm staying plenty hydrated. I've taken lots of medicine. I've drank like hydration and emergency like vitamin C, but I just need a little extra boost for just to get through the rest of the day. There was a specific house you might have seen that didn't have, it wasn't the right measurement, so I specifically just printed out a smaller version of that house, and I have to cut those and then insert them in the rest of the packets. Then I have to make a card that I'm gonna insert inside of the like lid part. But yeah, so I just need to get through the day, so I'm going to make myself a second coffee and keep it moving. I just need to get through the day. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Also, let me grind my beans. Hang on. What I was saying earlier, I literally cannot tell how loud I am. My ears are so clogged right now. Basically, just me getting sick again. I was really angry. It came on Sunday evening really fast. Like, I woke up Sunday morning, a little tickle in my throat, and I just like thought I was, you know, maybe allergies or something. And then Sunday evening I went downhill so fast, it's not even funny. Like, I don't think I've ever had a sickness take me out that quickly. And then I woke up yesterday, same thing. Scratchy, itchy throat, and a lot of nasal congestion. Today, thank God, it's just nasal congestion. My throat is fully recovered because I can't handle throat stuff. I think I said it earlier. When it's in my throat, I actually want to like punch someone in the face. Like, I can't take the throat itch. It's just not my thing at all. I cannot handle it. But when it gets into like my nasal cavity and it's just like nasal congestion and even a headache, like a sinus headache, I'm literally okay with. I can deal with. But yeah, there's something about it being in the throat that literally I can't stand it. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't swallow, I can't breathe. And I think I was extra grumpy about it yesterday and Sunday because I had just dealt with a 3-week sickness where it was mostly all in my throat for 3 weeks with like a ton of postnasal drip, like drainage, and just I felt like I couldn't breathe for like 3 weeks. Not to be dramatic, but like it was bad. It was really bad. It took me forever to recover. And then for it just to be back in my throat, I literally was like, actually what's going on? Like 2026 is actually out to get me. And then I was like, if I'm gonna get through this, I need to have a more positive outlook, positive mindset. Because your body responds to positivity and reacts negatively to negativity. So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna get through this, I have to be positive. So then I was like, let me just switch my thinking to like I'm building up my immune system for this year and I'm getting all the sicknesses over with. And honestly, that mindset might be delusional, but it's what's getting me through. So I'm gonna take it. Like, it hasn't even been 2 months into the year. It's been barely a month into the year and I've been sick twice. I literally don't. Okay, I'm not gonna get mad. We're gonna stay positive. We're gonna stay positive, yeah. It is what it is. I accept my fate, yeah. Also, when I'm sick, fun fact, my mom watches my videos so she can attest to this. When I'm sick, I am my funniest version of myself. My humor, 10. Comedian, 10. Because honestly, that's the only way to get through. That's the only way. The only way through it is quite literally through it. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting through it. We're getting through it. One day at a time. One sickness at a time, apparently. There's nothing like a second coffee to boost my mood, make me feel like 1,000 times better. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that goodness. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I need to blow my nose. I need to get more tissues. Oh yeah. Now we put this in the freezer for at least 10 minutes. And that's what you call a crispy coffee. And I'll live happily ever after that. This is my 3rd box of tissues in 2 days. Something is very wrong with that. I can't breathe. Goodness. Like I said though, at least it's coming out. Because I can't handle it when it just stays inside and makes me rot from the inside out. Alright, let's continue. I have officially decided that it's gonna have to be a chill week. I was gonna be ambitious and I was going to try my best to make some ceramic cups today, but it's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna push myself too hard. And I honestly think that might be why I got sick again, because I was sick for a very long time. And then as soon as I started feeling just a wee bit better, I went right back into the swing of things, and I think I probably should have paced myself a little bit better. And my immunity is clearly just shot, so I think worst case scenario, I just bring all of my old ceramics and put them on sale, because I have plenty of other stuff to sell, like plenty of inventory. So I don't think I need to stress myself out by making a bunch of more ceramics before my market. So I'm gonna take it easy, continue pacing myself, and I just want to make sure that I have a good amount of cups for my spring drop, which is going to be on the spring solstice, which let me check what that date is. I know I posted it on Patreon because they get their ceramic mail rewards every season solstice. So I'm gonna have a shop update every quarter, at least ceramics for the secret Patreon shop, for the artist studio tier on Patreon for the mail rewards, but all of the extras are gonna go into the secret Patreon shop. So if you're interested in that, I will be doing that every quarter. So the first one is March 20th, the second one is June 21st, so that's spring and summer solstice, then the autumn solstice is September 23rd, and the winter solstice is December 21st. So all of those dates are going to be some form of shop update, whether it's on the secret Patreon shop or my public shop. Obviously you'll be in the know, but if you follow along on Patreon, you will be even more in the know. But I want to journal because I've been slacking on that since I've been sick again. I need to finish my book that I wanted to finish in January because I want to read one book a month, and I'm over halfway through, so I can definitely finish that this week. And I want to show you an idea that I have for felt stuffed keychains, because I can't stop coming up with ideas. And the reason being is because I'm just not scrolling on social media. I'm not consuming, and I'm creating more. And I've talked about this in my other videos as well, and it's been very helpful. Also, how cool is it that I literally made my own pencil cup? Like, I think this is the coolest thing ever. Like, I love ceramics. Yes, it's supposed to be a normal cup, has like the little dimple there and stuff, but I didn't see the glaze, like, because one thing about the top coat is that it completely covers the underglaze, so I did not know that the underglaze had, like, when I went to dip it, I was holding it like this, and then it did it on the same thing on the inside as the outside, and it's like marked. So I don't really want to sell that, so I was like, I'll keep it for myself. I can use it as a cup, it is food safe, but I've been needing a pencil cup for my desk desperately to organize all of my sketchbooking supplies, so I'm just using it for that. Yeah, I'm planning on it being a very chill day. I think we might be having a yard service today as well, so I kind of have to be like near my phone and ready for that. But let me show you my idea on my iPad. I'll put my little Smisky guy away. Look how cute he is though. I love him. I'll just set him right here so that he's still in frame. Put my mic down here. So I had some ideas on Pinterest. These are my little inspo. I don't know how to sew, so I'm going to be teaching myself. This isn't something that I'm planning on having done for my next market either. This is something that I'm planning on just having fun with. I usually spend my evenings on the couch either playing my Nintendo or watching TV or just literally chilling. I don't really do much at nighttime, and I figured one way to keep using my hands for something that's like crafty, that's something I can do on the couch and not just having to be in my studio for. Like, there's a lot that I have to do in my studio, like the entomology, ceramics, and block printing are all things that I really need like multiple work areas and space. So this is something that I can do on my couch, and it's like a type of fiber arts, I guess. The only thing that I'm gonna have to actually sew, I want to keep it as simple as possible, but the only thing that I'm gonna actually have to sew is like the both sides of the keychain to make it like that I can stuff it with like fluff. Again, I've never done this. I don't even know if I'm going to like it. If not, I can always just glue things, which I'm already going to be gluing the designs on them, and I want to do it based off of the House and Star series designs. I'm going to show you the Star ones first because I like it, but I prefer the House series, and you'll see why. Or you know what? I can just put this on the screen. I can just put my little iPad creation on the screen. So I have different like felt pads and different threads that are going to be coming. So this is my idea for the stars. I want to do a couple different stars. I want to do a couple different colors, and then that little cream thing you see at the top is the loop that's going to basically hang the keychain. But imagine it like the other things I showed you, like how they're stuffed. So they're like 3D. And along with these keychains, I also think it would be really cool for like maybe the holidays or something to make my own like smaller little like lanyard example here, like a little star, but like different shapes of stars, like not just the typical star, like doing like different stars with different fabrics and doing like a whole like, not lanyard, what am I thinking of? What is that called? Banner? It's not a banner. It's like garland, and it's not garland, but it kind of is, you know what I'm saying? So something like that. This is kind of a like little, in my head, this is what it would look like. And then the House series, this is what my ideas are. I am loving these ideas so much. I love the colors, and I took color swatches off of the photos of the stack of felt that is coming, and then also the different threads. I took them directly, like I took these swatches directly from them, so like these colors are going to be accurate to what I'm going to be looking at. And I'm going to be cutting out like the pieces of the house just like you see, and just gluing them onto the felt rather than sewing it everything, because that's going to be too much and I don't mind gluing, so I wanted to keep the sewing to a minimum. So I'm just going to make the sewing part just the actual plushie and like the shape of the plushie, and then everything else I'm going to just be gluing on and cutting out myself. I thought this would be a very fun craft for me to do and very mindless activity, and also using my creative juices later into the night when I kind of am always like, I don't know what to do, because everything that I do creative wise always requires a lot of effort. Not that that doesn't require a lot of effort, but like I can't just create on my couch and hang out and mind my business and chill. So that's my idea. I'm very excited about it, but I'm going to journal and read, and that is literally all I have planned today. I think I need to just kind of take it easy and rest up, just be gentle on myself, because I can feel it. I can really feel it. Also, I did just want to add, I was like journaling and I'm thinking like of things that I want to say, but with being sick so much this year already and pairing that with also being off of short form content, so I'm not just like mindlessly doom scrolling, the one thing that I've noticed coming up a lot lately is that I'm bored. Not even in a bad way. Like I'm just genuinely bored. Like I have like a lot of boredom, and I'm like, just sitting around thinking, and like I have so much time to just think, and I'm like, wow, like I'm kind of bored, and I kind of miss the feeling of being bored. And I feel like a lot of people have been talking about this lately and like healing our attention span and stuff, and I have to say I'm really grateful for the boredom. I missed it. I missed just sitting around thinking. When you're consuming so much, you're being fed so much that it's like, I don't know, there's nothing just like a good old time on your hands, you know? And I was thinking, like, I was journaling a little bit, and I was saying, like, I've been wondering, you know, what the point is. And I do think very existentially quite often. I am always kind of pondering what the point is, but not in a negative way, and like an explorative way, a spiritually explorative way. And I even wrote this down, like, I'm just grateful to be alive. I've been wondering what the point is for a while, but it just is. And what is to be. To simply just be what I am and let life be what it is. Like, that's the point. That's the main point. Everything else that we do is just icing on the cake and something else to add. But the actual point is to just let things be and just be what you are. I think we spend a lot of time, and I said this in my last video, I think we spend a lot of time trying to define things, define people, define groups, define ourselves, label ourselves, all these different kinds of things. And I think what would help us become more individualistic is to actually free ourselves of being labeled, of trying to niche down and group ourselves and honestly define ourselves. I think it's kind of better to leave it open-ended, because the minute you define yourself and you put yourself in a box, it's very difficult to grow out of that. On one side, I think labels can kind of identify and help you understand what you're dealing with. For example, if you're dealing with a mental illness, it helps to have a label so that you know what you're dealing with and you can tackle the root. But I think in a more personality, spiritual, the essence of you, I think is best to leave open-ended, not try and label yourself, not try and pigeonhole yourself into a box, because I know at this, like, I'm only 27, but I've at least been around long enough to know that my mind is going to change, my opinions are going to change, my beliefs are going to change. The one thing that's going to remain is the nudges deep down within me that I feel are placed there by our creator, that's connected to the universe, that's connected to all of life. But that truth and those nudges are going to be different for every single one of us. So as long as we follow those nudges, I also think that, speaking of those nudges, that if we define ourselves and label ourselves and we put ourselves in these boxes, I think it can make us miss those nudges more, because when we put ourselves in a box, we start to think in a box, which causes us to ultimately, any nudge that is out of that box or out of our regular sense of self and our identity that we've sculpted for ourselves, if there's anything outside of that that's like a nudge deep down, I think we'll miss it. Or we will have a tendency to ignore it or abandon ourselves for the sake of the label that we've committed to. And I think it can really harm us in the long run from simply just being and allowing life to be what it is. I think things will feel a lot more forced. We'll feel like we have to force others into these things. We'll feel forced or pushed into things even when no one around us is forcing us. It can make us act out in ways that are out of character because we're no longer aligned with the nudges that are being nudged, deep down. So, I don't know. I have lots of thoughts this morning, and my thoughts are including the fact that I've been holding this mic for the last 5 minutes and I forgot to hit record. So, story of my life. I guess my mic on my camera will do. I guess I can stop holding it now that I realize that I'm not recording. Anyways, I'm going to read The Circle of Fire by Don Miguel Ruiz. If you know me, you know that Don Miguel Ruiz is one of my favorite authors as of late. I love the information that he has to offer. I think he has really great tips and a great perspective on life. It's really helped me not adopt his perspective, but it's really helped me dive deeper into my own, which I think is the point of his writing, is to encourage you to find your own, forge your own way, etc., etc. So, yeah, I only have looks like 35 more pages, so I'm planning on either finishing this today, which it is 11:41. I got up pretty early this morning, so it's still very early in the day. I don't see why I can't just knock 30 pages out right now. I might just finish it now. Anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts with you all because I thought that was insightful and could possibly help you navigate your own path a little bit more clearly and mindfully. Okay, hi everyone. I'm coming in on Thursday, February 5th because I'm taking today as a rest day. I'm just not feeling the best. It's a cold, rainy day, and I think I just need more time to recover. So I'm taking today off, but I got something really exciting in the mail, and it is my new prints that I designed in last week's vlog. I ordered some for myself, so I thought it would be really fun to open them with you. I didn't want to wait until tomorrow when I'm like gonna work again. So I just wanted to whip my camera out so that I can open these with you today. And I ordered these for my pop-up shop because I'm interested to see if people like them. And I like to have extra options. I'm gonna do this one first. These are so nicely packaged through the third party that I go through. I use Printify and like, they're amazing. We'll be safe from rock and roll. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, how freaking cute. I literally cannot. So this one, I'm assuming the other ones are in there, but this is the lavender version of the house prints. I hope the lighting's okay. I'll put them kind of like this. They're so cute. I love them so much. Gosh, I love these house prints. There's something about them that they're so like, I don't know. This is the black one. So cute. These ones are probably gonna be the green one and the green and purple one. You guys, I'm so tired of being sick. I know this vlog has been pretty much me just complaining and being tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, but I just am. I'm so tired of being sick. Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I love the green. I'm obsessed with the green. And if you know me, you know that green is like my absolute favorite color in the whole entire world. I have two of those, then another black one, and then oh my gosh, I'm so nervous to look at the one underneath because this is the one that's both green and lavender. Here we go. If I could get it off. Stop. I actually love the green and lavender look. Like, these are actually really cute. I'll do another, like, where you can just see them laid out on the table so the lighting's better, but wow. These are so incredibly gorgeous. I'm obsessed with them. I hope you all like them as much as I do because there's something about these homes, like I said, that are just so scrumdiddlyumptious. I just love them. Let me give you a better look with the camera. How freaking cute are they? I'm so obsessed. Love them. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Well, that is all I have for you all this week. I do have some crafty things coming in this weekend between today and tomorrow. It is now Friday, but I'm definitely not going to be able to finish any of those crafts. It is the felt idea that I had. I'm going to be filming that for next week's video along with prepping for my first market of 2026, which is very exciting. And I genuinely wish I had a little bit more crafty things in this video, but it is what it is. You can't plan when you get sick or how long recovering will take you. I'm definitely feeling a lot better today, but I had to pace myself and take it easy this week. I am still proud of myself for how much I was able to still show up somewhat and move my body. The sickness wasn't as strong as the one in the beginning of the year, like in New Year's to the beginning of January, but still a lot to manage. Feeling bad is never fun, you know? So taking it easy, resting, resetting. I definitely feel like my body is being cleansed of 2025. All of the nasty, disgusting things that happened last year are exiting my body physically. I did want to be more intentional about slow-made, slow-living things this year. And slow, not necessarily meaning like at a certain pace, not like a fast or slow pace. I think by slow living, I mean more intentional, more present, more aware, more just here. Here when I'm here, there when I'm there, anywhere when I'm anywhere, if that makes sense. Just being where I am, essentially. Being within each moment that exists. As always, thank you so much for being here. If you want to see more videos like this, I do post every single Sunday at 6 p.m. EST. I live premiere them. Don't forget to join the chats and subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, of course, you could give it a little like. That might just, you know, be nice of you. But if you made it this far, don't forget to leave a little fern emoji. I can't thank you enough for being here. The world needs you, and not in some idealistic version of you. The world needs you. Simply you, just as you are. I hope that you are kind to yourself. I hope that you're gentle on yourself. Push yourself where you need to be pushed. Allowing yourself to feel all of the spectrums of things to feel as a human being in this world. But overall, I hope that you accept yourself. We're always going to be on a road to discovering more about ourselves. I think that's our soul's purpose in this meat suit that we have for a temporary amount of time. Our souls go on this journey of what it's like to be a human, and it can be quite exhausting, and we can have so many different expectations of who we want to be and all these different types of things, and sometimes we miss just simply who we are, and that is the most beautiful thing. So I'm sending self-acceptance your way, and don't feel like you have to have it all figured out. That's not the point of life. The point of life is figuring out, constantly in a state of becoming. We are in a continual, constant state of becoming, not in a state of arrival. And I also saw this quote in a video I was watching from Mango, one of my favorite creators, and she put a note on one of her videos when she went camping and out in nature, and she said that she feels like going into nature and camping is more of a state of return rather than a state of arrival. Like, something about being in nature and surrounded by nature brings a sense of return and a sense of belonging. So I just want to leave you with that. Get off your dang phone, go touch some grass, enjoy your life, live more freely, love yourself, accept yourself, because doing anything other than that is a waste of time. Hoping I'm going to be much better on next week's video, but for now, I will see you in the next one.